Alright, this is Weapon X Reacts, and we're back with another video, and this is gonna be a review of the Oscars 2025. And I even heard that Conan O'Brien hosted the Oscars this year, and in my opinion, it is so much better than having Jimmy Kimmel hosting it. And if there's one thing that needs to be made clear is that these award shows have completely lost relevance when they decided to promote woke activism and ticking boxes rather than promoting cinema as a whole. Like, for example, giving 13 nominations to Emilia Perez, which it doesn't deserve. Also, remember the controversy that happened with the transgender actress Carla Sofia Gascon? And this is a film that will be forgotten in 20 or 100 years because it just shows you how bad the film was. And now it's gone to the point where nobody cares about this stuff anymore. And the Oscars will continue to lose viewership no matter what, because in my opinion, the Oscars are basically just Hollywood kissing its own ass. That's it. And I will admit that there were some good ones that were on here. Like, for example, films like The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, The Substance, I'm Still Here, and Doom Part 2. Also, Ricky Gervais even posted a tweet of his speech at the Golden Globes repeating, "If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your god, and fuck off, okay?" And I 100% agree with all of this. And it's a good wake-up call for these celebrities. And I hope that these people realize this, because that's the thing. They are actors. They know nothing about the world we live in. But they don't give a shit about that, because they'll just come on stage and preach about the problems, all the things going on in our world today. And guess what? Nobody gives a damn about what you have to say. So just take your award and shut up about it. I will now be talking about the winners. So first up, The Brutalist has won the award for Best Actor in a Leading Role, along with Best Cinematography and Original Score. And I can definitely see why, because it is a 3.5 hour epic that is full of great performances from Adrian Brody, Guy Pearce, and Felicity Jones. And it was nice having a film that was so grand in scale from Hollywood again. And I just want to let you know that if you didn't like the film, that's fine, because it did have some issues. Like, for example, the second half loses itself for a bit. Also, when Adrian Brody got his award, he completely humiliated himself by throwing gum at his girlfriend. And not just that, but he went on an overlong speech saying, "I'm here once again to represent the lingering traumas and the repercussions of war, and systemic oppression, and anti-Semitism, and racism. I believe that I pray for a healthier and happier and more inclusive world. And I believe if the past can teach us anything, it's that it's a reminder to not let hate go unchecked." This right here is another great example of an actor trying to fight for something he has no experience in. Kieran Culkin just got the award for Best Supporting Actor for A Real Pain, and I'm not gonna lie, he did a good job, along with Jesse Eisenberg, but the film itself, I thought it was just pretentious bullcrap. Also, Zoe Saldana got Best Supporting Actress, and I will admit, she did do an okay job with what she's been given, but it doesn't save Emilia Perez from being a complete dumpster fire. Also, she even said in her speech that she's the first American of Dominican descent to win an Oscar, which I think is absolutely stupid. And guess what? The film even got Best Original Song. And I just want to let you know that the music in this film was so cringeworthy and laughable. And of course, this film was going to win awards. Because that's what the Oscars tries to do now. It's all about awarding woke dog shit movies just for the sake of it. And it shows that they care more about the DEI agenda than anything with merit to it. And I am now going to move up to the next one. So Flow won the award for Best Animated Feature. And while I liked it, I will give it to The Wild Robot because I really think that this film right here is probably the best animated film of 2024. Wicked got the award for Best Costume and Production Design. And guess what? I thought this movie was massively overrated when it came out. And I'm just gonna let you know that Cynthia Erivo is gonna play Jesus in a stage play. And it's another reason of how disgusting Hollywood really is. And it deserves all the backlash. Also, Conclave got the award for Best Adapted Screenplay. And the biggest problem I had with this movie was that it started off really good, only to completely shit itself with the ending. And it did have some great performances from Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, and Isabella Rossellini. Anora got the award for Best Original Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Picture, and Best Film Editing. And I just want to let you know that this film is about a sex worker who falls in love with a Russian playboy. And this right here is probably the reason of why it won awards. When actually it's a bad movie with some good acting. And I'm going to let you know that Mikey Madison gave thanks to sex workers when she gave her speech at the Oscars. And I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And this right here can badly affect our society. And the fact that Hollywood is cheering for it is just astounding to me. And while I love Sean Baker as a director, and for that, The Florida Project was an amazing film that is definitely worth seeing, this film completely loses the mark for me. And I will tell you this, Anora is the most overrated film of the year, and it does not deserve awards. Also, here is a list of films that totally deserved these awards. So, first off, The Substance got the award for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. And I just want to say that the practical effects in this film were just absolutely insane. And I give a lot of respect to the people that worked on it. And if there was one more thing that should have been awarded, it was Demi Moore's performance. Because she made her character's fading career as an actress extremely compelling. Also, it's a film that is a good commentary on women's beauty standards. Dune Part 2 just got the award for Best Sound and Visual Effects. And this film right here is a visual masterpiece that I totally recommend you watch. And it's a film made by a director that respects the source material. And not just that, but the cinematography of this film was absolutely fantastic. And it's a good thing that this film is getting the praise and recognition it deserves. Also, I'm Still Here got the award for Best International Feature Film. And this film right here is an absolute masterpiece that is so much better than the films made from Hollywood nowadays. And I made this I may review this film in the future. And the best thing about this film was Fernanda Torres. And I really think she could have won an Oscar for Best Actress because she absolutely killed it as Eunice Palva. And I will break down the plot of this film. So, it's about a family who suffers through a dictatorship in Brazil. And it is a movie that is definitely worth your time. I have to respect Conan O'Brien for what he did at the Oscars. And one thing I like about him was that he keeps his politics light and not going full on like how Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon does them. And there was a moment of when Adam Sandler arrived at the Oscars in a hoodie and then left the Oscars after Conan O'Brien told him to. And it was funny at times, but seriously, nobody cares. And it's basically the Oscars trying to get desperate with their humor. And I will show you the video right now. Spoilers. You will laugh.
Prestigious night. It's important that everyone is properly dressed, okay? You're dressed well. Adam. Conan. What's up, my brother? What's going on, man? Adam, what are you wearing? What are you doing right now? I'm asking you what you're wearing. Nobody even thought about what I was wearing till you brought it up. You're dressed like a guy playing video poker at 2 a.m., Adam. And you know what? No, I like the way I look. Because I'm a good person. I don't care about what I wear or what I don't wear. Then my snazzy gym shorts and fluffy sweatshirt offend you so much that you had to mock me in front of my peers. Hey, I'm sorry. Adam, I apologize. I'm going. I'm getting off. I go. Yeah, I'm leaving. I have to. It's not you. No, it's not you. It's him. He's the one that you caused it. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are all welcome to join me for a game of 5-on-5 basketball at Veterans Park tonight. Midnight tip-off, the guy from Nosferatu. Where is he? He's on my team. One more thing. Shut him in!
Conan O'Brien even made a joke about Trump when Honora got nominated, and here's an article from Deadline. So Conan O'Brien stayed clear of politics in his opening monologue, but as Honora collected a number of Oscars, he made a quip directed at Donald Trump without naming him. Honora is having a good night. 2 wins already. I guess Americans are excited to see somebody finally standing up to a powerful Russian, O'Brien said, to huge cheers in the Dolby Theatre, where the Oscars were held. His quip followed Trump's shocking Oval Office meeting with Vladimir Zelensky on Friday, with the president berating Ukraine's leader and complaining at the treatment shown to Russian President Vladimir Putin. And now I'm gonna break down the plot of this film. So, Honora is the story of a sex worker who falls a client, the son of a Russian oligarch, only to have his family go to extraordinary measures to get their marriage annulled. O'Brien isn't known for his political humor, a big difference from last year's host, Jimmy Kimmel. During last year's ceremony, Trump posted on Truth Social, posted an attack on Trump, and described the show as boring, which I agree with, but there were some good moments last year, like Oppenheimer winning the award for Best Picture, Best Actor for Cillian Murphy, and Best Director for Christopher Nolan. And during the ceremony, Kimmel responded by reading Trump's post and then quipped, "Isn't it past your jail time?" The ceremony this year has had no other direct reference to Trump, but there have been criticisms that were subtle, like Daryl Hannah shouting a salute to Ukraine as she presented an award, and the filmmakers for No Other Land, winners for documentary feature, and the only reason why this documentary won was because it had the right politics. And the filmmakers even criticized US foreign policy towards Israel and the Palestinians. And guess what happened next? All of the problems just like these all backfired massively on the Oscars. Also, there was a lot of snubs too, like Margaret Qualley for Best Supporting Actress, which I think she could have got, because I really thought that she did a great job as Elizabeth Sparkle's counterpart, and Denis Villeneuve for Best Director. And I really thought that his work with bringing Frank Herbert's Dune to the big screen was pretty well done. And he is probably one of the best filmmakers working in Hollywood today, making films like Blade Runner 2049, Arrival, Dune Part 2, Prisoners, and many more. And he is a filmmaker that just makes hit after hit after hit and never misses. And the Oscars don't care about these nominations because they only want what's best for them. And I just want to say this. This has been a trend for a long time. Just like how Aftersun got snubbed by Everything Everywhere All at Once in 2022. And I will say that while I thought Everything Everywhere All at Once did a better job with the multiverse than Multiverse ever did, I will say that the film was super overrated, and things like these are going to continue to happen. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not. And I just want to let you know that I will do a review of Daredevil Born Again, and it's actually pretty good, but it won't save the MCU. Overall, the Oscars this year was a mess, which nobody watched, and if you have a look at the viewership numbers, it is just pathetic, and it will continue on being that way later on in the future. And to me, it was just a complete snowfest. Also, Hollywood has destroyed what made them good in the first place by pissing on the people that just want to be entertained and don't want to be lectured by woke idiots all the time. Also, no one cares about these award shows anymore because they have gone from being an event that celebrates film into a shit show with pretentious celebrities who have $1 million homes and clothing telling you how to live your lives and pushing their far leftist propaganda onto you no matter what. And now, people are rejecting Hollywood way more than before. And I'm just gonna say this. I love cinema, but I hate Hollywood. Because Hollywood is a place where you got secret sex parties happening behind closed doors and many more disturbing stuff. Just look at the Diddy thing that happened last year. And that thing right there is everything wrong with modern Hollywood. And they have made good films in the past, but now it's about making generic slop nobody asked for. And they will fail again and again and again, no matter what. And guess what? They have fully embraced the phrase, get woke, go broke. And they will soon face the consequences in the future. Also, anyway, that's all I got for today. Go away now. And always remember, strike back like a weapon against wokeness.